Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry for the long delay for this OK to Man Movies of 2021 video. I just forgot to do it sooner, and this cat is near my laptop or whatever, so I gotta scooch it for a moment. So yeah, sorry about that. I had to scooch the laptop for a moment. But still, I'm doing the OK to Man Movies of 2021 video, and I'm gonna discuss what I uh, listed off from 12 to 1 in this list and try to get it in this whole video. If not, I'll have to do parts for it, part 1 and 2. And yeah, I'll let you know what movies are in on this list. So let's start with number 12, which is Chaos Walking. Now, this was an okay movie. Not a perfect one, but okay at least. It's not the best movie this year. It's it's pretty much Tom Holland in this movie and Daisy Ridley playing as some chick that's from outer space in this movie, and Tom Holland's on the Earth, but he can read minds or whatever, and so can the other guys that are in the other males and on the Earth's surface and all that can read minds too. So it's a pretty weird movie, but honestly, I think some of the execution's okay, but towards the end of the movie, I'm not feeling for the ending. I'm just like, the ending was okay. So at number 12, I picked Chaos Walking. It was an okay movie. Not a great one, but okay. At number 11 is Outside the Wire. I watched this back in January this year. I think it was like January 15th or something. And this was an okay movie. Pretty much Anthony Mackie plays a surprising bad guy in this movie. If you haven't seen this movie on Netflix, go check it out. I think it's still on Netflix unless they took it down. I have no idea. But other than that, it's an okay movie. But Anthony Mackie really surprised me in this movie, and the guy that was playing the opposite bad guy, the good guy in this movie, he did pretty good playing as his character. He was being trained by Anthony Mackie at the beginning of the movie, and then afterwards, he finds out that he's wanting all this technology and power to himself and to destroy the world kind of shit. So it's pretty fucked up. So at number 11, I picked Outside the Wire. It was an okay movie. The execution didn't do very well with some of the movie, but the ending did a little bit better. So I gave it like a 6.5 out of 10. It was an okay watch. At number 10 is The Conjuring with The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, they've made so many Conjuring movies, I don't know when they're gonna fucking stop doing it, because this one was an okay watch, but I just wasn't very scared with this movie. Um, it just didn't terrify me with the creepy scenes and the scary scenes, and pretty much this guy or whatever is cursed or whatever. He thinks he's possessed by some spirit or whatever that's making him do these evil things. And it's not, it's someone putting a curse on him using dark magic or whatever. That's what it is. But pretty much they figure it out towards the end of the movie. So that's basically what the movie's about. Family gets cursed, and yeah, they put a kind of, what is it, a hex bag under their house or whatever. It's pretty weird. But other than that, yeah, I wasn't feeling for this movie as much, but it was okay. So at number 10, I picked The Conjuring with The Devil Made Me Do It. Number 9 is Malignant. Now, I think James Wan was creative with some aspects of this movie, but the freakiest thing was, uh, well, I guess I can spoil it since it's already out on DVD now, and most people are already watching. Pretty much she had a parasite on the back of her head, and it was really fucking freaky. And I was like, ugh. I was like, that is so fucking weird. But that shit gave me nightmares afterwards, this movie. So I didn't watch it after that. I just thought it was going to be something interesting, but I'm afraid it made it on this list because it wasn't that good enough to be a great movie. Because some of the beginning of the movie seemed like it dragged on for a while until you find out later that the ending gets a little creative and is interesting. The second half is a little better than the first half. Because the first half, you're like, ugh, this is just boring. But yeah. Number 9 is Malignant. Number 8 is Last Night in Soho. Now, I just recently watched it, I think about a week or two ago. Almost 2 weeks ago, actually. But it was an okay movie. I think it could have landed a little better with the execution due to the fact that some of the film can be a little too much and fuck with your head kind of shit. This movie really got very surreal with some of its graphic scenes and all that shit. So, it's just the way it's presenting itself, it just was too much of a movie for me to handle. And I don't know if I really like it, but I found some of the script to be okay. But at the end of the day, Last Night in Soho made it at my number 8 spot. So at number 8 is Last Night in Soho. At number 7 is Snake Eyes. Now, this movie had good action scenes, but the execution and the plot for it is a little stale. And I just wasn't sure if I was feeling for this kind of movie. And sorry about the ding, it's my phone or whatever. I think it's the weather notification that I get on my phone for the dings. But yeah, Snake Eyes, Henry Golding plays as Snake Eyes in this movie. And Storm Shadow, I think, plays, uh, what is it? The other guy or whatever plays a Storm Shadow, but you find out he's his mortal enemy later on in the movie, in the G.I. Joe franchise, of course. But he becomes really jealous of Snake Eyes and later on in the movie, and finds out that he's the Storm Shadow he's gonna become, of course. But it's like a pretty interesting origin story for the character Snake Eyes. So it was an okay movie. So at number 7, I picked Snake Eyes. Number 6 is Clifford the Big Red Dog. Now, I found this movie to be eh, okay, but almost below okay, but it was fine. It wasn't perfect, but it did alright. Um, just Clifford is a small dog at the beginning of the movie, and then Emily makes a wish for him to be bigger, and it actually came true, and he's like 10 feet tall of a dog. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. I'm like, yep, they made a movie out of this. But the movie didn't do so bad, it just, I don't know if the execution was a great execution for the plot. The plot was a little bit a little too for me. But still, it was an okay movie. So at number 6, I picked Clifford the Big Red Dog. Number 5 is The Guilty, the Jake Gyllenhaal movie. This one was pretty much Jake Gyllenhaal, and I find out that his character at the end of the movie, well, it says on Netflix, of course, it came out back in September this year, late September, and found out his character killed a kid or whatever in the movie, of course. So yeah, if it was in real life, I'd be like, oh shit. Be like, not gonna watch his movies again, kind of shit. But no, it wasn't. It pretty much Jake Gyllenhaal did an okay job in this movie. It's just some of the overacting that he does in this. It's convincing and it sells it, but it doesn't land at a great execution for how the movie's gonna play out. So at number 5 is The Guilty. And number 4 is Halloween Kills. This movie is below okay now. I'm not feeling for this movie as much as I was back then, months ago. I just felt this movie, the kill scenes were great, but then the whole town or whatever gets upset that people are dying from Michael Myers and they think they have to stop him, and the town's gonna go after him. Like a riot of people are going after him and trying to find him. And yeah, it didn't work out towards the end of the movie. There was a lot of people surrounding him, and then one by one they all get killed by Michael. So it didn't end well. And there was a lot of kill scenes in this movie. And yeah, the movie is coming out on DVD January 11th, but still, I thought the movie was okay, or at least below okay. It was a man movie. So at number 4 was Halloween Kills. That's going to be it for part 1 of Okay to Man movies of 2021. I will finish it off with the last 3 movies I'm going to talk about in part 2. So definitely stay safe. Take care, guys. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of Okay to Man movies of 2021 video. And as always, I'll see you in part 2 of Okay to Man movies of 2021. Sorry, I was turning my fingers around or whatever for a moment. So I'll see you soon in part 2.